Ferrets, how you been,
Yep.
buddy?
Doing pretty good. Hungry still, but good.
If I was to tell you that Ubisoft spent $2.1 million on securing influencers to play Assassin's Creed, would you be surprised?
That's it.
2.1 million. So, how Ubisoft spent 2.1 million on influencers to secure this launch of Assassin's Creed. So, this is written by Nick Lombardi. He is the co-founder at Streamforge. Basically, influencers, data, and AI. What is this and why am I doing it? Welcome to my ongoing deep dive into influencers marketing for major game launches. Having analysed Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Monster Heart Wilds, Frag Park, and Splinter Fiction, today I'm breaking down Ubisoft's long-awaited Assassin's Creed Shadow, released on March 20th. These analyses leverage Steam's Force tech to give market transparency, actionable insight into how leading publishers are allocating influencer budgets. My goal is to remain consistent, help the industry professionals benchmark their campaign, and uncover strategies that work. So, a chronological overview. So, September the 10th, 2020, initial reveal as codenamed Red during Ubisoft Forward. May 15th, 2024, officials Shadows, title revealed with cinematic trailer. Initial November 2024 release date. On June 10th, 2024, the extended gameplay demo at Ubisoft Forward. August 2019, 2024, One Duo, Two Playstyles, trailer is released. September the 25th, 2024, first delay announced to February. January 9th, 2025, second delay to March 20th has been announced. January 23rd, story trailer and live stream preview event. February to March 2025, final market push with multiple brand partnerships, and March 20th, 2025 is the global launch. So, brand collapse. What stands out about Assassin's Creed Shadow marketing strategy was Ubisoft's exceptional use of brand partnerships in the months leading up to launch. Unlike their more streamlined approach we saw with Split Fiction and Fragpunk, and Ubisoft created a tapestry of collaborations that extended far beyond gaming into lifestyle, apparel, and even food and beverage, like the tea, for example, right? So they did the Red Bull parkour stunt. So perhaps the most creative pre-launch activation came through Ubisoft's partnership with Red Bull. On March 10th, just 10 days before the launch, they released a viral parkour video featuring a professional freerunners performing the Assassin's Creed style moves as the anti-ninja themed park in Japan. The actual ninja themed park, in Japan. This content marketing masterclass showed the top pro athletes, including someone, recreating the iconic AC moves, including the leap of faith, perfectly aligning with the game's emphasis on movement and traversal. By leveraging Red Bull's extreme sports audience and filming in Japan, this stunt created authentic crossover content that resonated far between the gaming circles. Now, here's the thing. I didn't even hear about this. Did you?
I did. Actually, I did not know.
No. So apparently there was a YouTube trailer. Or a YouTube. So here it is here, right? It was on Ubisoft's official account. It only got 72k viewers. For an account that has 3.89 million subscribers. So, look, I don't know, like 72k views for 3.9 million views for subscribers, it doesn't seem to be a lot. But let's go through and watch it.
Today, we're going to be challenging ourselves to take on some of the biggest stunts from the new Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Including the Leap of Faith, one of the most iconic challenges from the game.
For parkour athletes, rooftops are the holy grail. So we're going to kick things off by trying to imitate some roof gaps from the game.
I was going to yank it. 1, 2, 3.
Whoa! Working the angle really helps. That's how she does it in the game. She actually flicks her back leg more. It's not really like a dive. Yes, yes, man, come on.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, done. Let's go!
I'm afraid to break it.
Nah, man, it's so...
Anyway, I'll probably watch this later, I will admit. But like I said, like it's creative, but I didn't even hear about this coming out. So, that was interesting. But then they had the Twitch drop program. Similar to what we observed with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Ubisoft integrated a Twitch drop campaign to boost Shadow's viewership and reward participator creators. This was the two-phase for proportional alignment with timelines. So phase 1 was open to all drops, March 18th to 25th, and the executive creator drops March 26th to 2nd of April. Then they had the Lo-Fi Girl collaboration. So in a partly creative move, Ubisoft partnered with immensely popular Lo-Fi Girl channel shortly after launch on May 26th to release the Stealth Beats to Relax to a 20-track album of lo-fi mixes from the game soundtrack. Okay. Then they have the creator program. Ubisoft began promoting its creator program months ahead of Ubisoft Shadows, releasing encouraging content creators across its platform to join anticipating upcoming opportunities tied to the game. So there was a 689 creators by the Twitch. YouTube was 178 creators, and TikTok was 105 creators. So that was the number of people that used the Ubisoft partnership hashtag in their titles. What were you going to say?
And none of them was Asmongold. That's a darn shame.
Well, yeah. We'll get to that in a sec. Now that we've covered the broadline marketing, let's look at the reach Ubisoft got for the game. So total views from YouTube was 86 million. TikTok was 62 million. Twitch was 19 million, which was interesting because that's where they spent most of their money was on Twitch. Well, creator-wise, I should say. YouTube Shorts was 10 million and YouTube Streams was 1.4 million. The budget allocation. The estimated budget for Twitch, $1.1 million. So around 55% of their budget. The YouTube videos was around 665,000 or 32.5%. YouTube streams was 153,000, which is 7.5. TikTok was 90,000, which was 4.4. And YouTube Shorts was 13,000 at 0.7%. Now, English was the top one, followed by Germany, France, Portuguese, and Spanish. They were the top 5 language for content. Not Japanese, interesting enough. Japanese actually did not get in the top 5 for Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok for the language distribution.
Interesting.
Country distribution, United States, Germany, United Kingdom, Australia, and France. In YouTube, it was United States, United Kingdom, India, Sri Lanka, and Brazil. In TikTok, it was United States, United Kingdom, Australia, Germany, and Brazil. Gender, 39% was the sponsored content for males, 24.4% was female, and then obviously other non-binary. YouTube male was 51%. Other was female was 2.4%. Other was 15.3%. Interesting the fact that there was more other than females on YouTube. And then on TikTok, it was male at 40.4%, female was at 12.3%, and other was 10.5%. Estimated rates and budget. Here we go. $76,000 went to Hassan Abi or Hassan Parker.
Go figure. It's him.
Now, the reason why this is interesting is because Hassan was the one that had the meltdown over Assassin's Creed. ASAN. So the little terrorism-loving sympathizer actually went through and had a meltdown over Assassin's Creed.
Let me guess, it's now gone, right?
No, I think it's still here. What if we go through
Schlimmeres tun?
Let me see if I can find it on Google. I think that was a meltdown. So
What if it wasn't a meltdown?
So here he is here. A new Assassin's game is insane from his gaming channel. Here it is.
So wait.
It wasn't him. It was Fighting Cowboy that had the big meltdown. That had the real one. We'll get to that in a sec. I'm pretty sure he also, Hassan also went on. Here it is here. Hassan.
Assassin's Creed Shadows is about to come out. Yasuke is a black retainer. There's dispute on whether or not you could technically consider him a samurai or not, but that doesn't matter. He was a retainer, and he's a beloved figure in Japanese culture. I mean, he's been featured heavily in Japanese art for years. Now, in Assassin's Creed, at a time when people are very upset about any kind of black person being shown in a video game,
that's not true. But
American right and the Western right have decided this is the most inappropriate thing that anyone could do. They're just like ruining Japan, blah, 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 blah. Hogs themselves have probably, the Japanese hogs or the American hogs or the Western hogs themselves, probably at a certain point celebrated Yasuke, thought it was super cool. It's a super cool story. It's a cherished figure throughout Japanese history. Yet now it's a big deal because other...
It's and this is where it's sort of like it's a lot of gaslighting, right? The reason why people have a problem with Yasuke is because at the end of the day, they've gone through and they've claimed it was historically accurate, and Ubisoft did this, and then had to walk it back because they've gone through and they're like, this guy's black, he happened to be in Japan for 18 months, which is all he was in Japan for. We're going to go through and we're going to change the story to make it out so that we can get virtual signaling points. That's why people have a problem with it. People have a problem with Yasuke because at the end of the day, it's literally tokenism. We're going to use this guy because of his skin color, not because it was an interesting story or anything like that, but because of his skin color, and we're going to use him. That's why people have a problem with it, right? But let's keep going anyway. But obviously, at the end of the day, Lo Lan John was also paid 72,000. Your Rage Gaming was paid 54,000. Loida Tyler 1 was paid 37,000. Phony Wobbler was paid 34,000. But yeah, like I say here, if you go through this, Lauren Parkour was paid 25,000. It's a TikTok account. But like I say, you go through this and you'll notice that a lot of the people that stuck up for it were the ones that went through and were paid. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
I mean, like, if anyone that actually paid me 72,000, I sure as I would be fighting for them.
Yeah, well, I think Elon, not Elon, I think even Asmongold said this in his video today. He says, you had to give him $76,000 and he would have told you that it was the best game on earth too. But, I don't know, maybe I've got morals. I probably wouldn't have done it. But, regardless, right? Easy enough for me to say that now than, I was never offered money, blah, blah, blah. But, like I say, it's very interesting that a lot of these guys, I have noticed that Fighting Cowboy is not here. But it does make me wonder if he was paid. It was just maybe, though these amounts are pretty low. Like, dude, they paid like the Jackson Field $6,000. So, maybe Fighting Cowboy didn't have the. So the way they've got this is they went through and they searched for the tag ad revenue or sponsored. Right, so I don't know. Maybe Fighting Cowboy wasn't paid. Maybe he was paid and he didn't put it in, which is also a possibility, I suppose. But that would be against terms of service. But the reason why we're talking about Fighting Cowboy is he's gone through. He's had a bit of a melty down. He's had a bit of a melty. Going on about how he's basically tired of every game becoming ground zero for online culture war. To which we would say, great, we agree with you, so maybe stop putting politics in games. But his response was that every game is politics. So we should all just suck it up, get used to it. And he used the example of Tetris. He said that even Tetris was political. Technically, Tetris was designed and created by the USSR. There was a movie that just recently came out that brought this to light and showed it to a lot of people that might have not known. But yes, technically the USSR, the communist state, did make Tetris. But there's a big difference. You're not going through and smashing the blocks that represent politics, right? You are literally just putting blocks on blocks and trying to make lines. That is far different than you going into Assassin's Creed and having Yasuke go around and get filled up by a bunch of gay cum. Oh, by the way, did you hear Yasuke was also gay, apparently? But yes, at the end of the day, there's a very big difference between the politics that we are dealing with in gaming at the moment and the fact that a country made a game. Well, it wasn't a country, it was a developer, but if you work for the USSR, then you don't get paid, right? It's all, the money goes towards the USSR.
Did you just say that he was gay?
Yes. Apparently Yasuke was now gay. Well,
how does that make any sense? Yeah, that I was about to say, like, how does that make any sense when there's a part in
Yeah, he's bi, apparently.
The quest
I think he was bi.
where he bangs the emperor's daughter.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the Emperor's daughter. It was the Emperor's wife.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
How to get like get canged 101.
Well, not caned. Probably tied to 4 horses and then ripped apart.
That too, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, this is also the Japanese woman that is known for basically for going through and being very loyal to her husband. So having it so that she had an affair with Yasuke is now implying that some of the emperors of Japan over the past so many centuries are now part Yasuke, are now part black. Maybe I don't know what they're implying, but anyway,
remember.
Yep.
This game is historically accurate.
Yes, very much. But like I say, at the end of the day, it's just very interesting about how all of these people were paid and were given $70,000 to $72,000, $76,000. And they were the ones that were the most vocal critics about how, you just need to shut up and play the game and stop criticizing Yasuke. I'm sure that the $76,000 or the $72,000 they got paid had absolutely nothing to do with it at all whatsoever. But anyway, apart from all that, what are your thoughts, Ferrets?
What again?
About all these streamers getting all this money. Do you reckon?
I feel kind of disappointed because they didn't like go for me any money.
Well, that's true too. And they didn't even give it to Asmongold too, by the way, which would have been a far better for an investment.
Somebody joined.
Hey, what's up?
So yeah, sorry guys, one of our friends just jumped into the Discord. But guys, yeah, at the end of the day, like as for this, like I say, it's yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can sort of sit there and say that these responses that people were having to Yasuke and all these white knights that were defending it, the money had to have influenced their decision, right? It's also very interesting that the person that led the charge on this is also the socialist communist, but moving along. But regardless, the one that doesn't supposedly like capitalism is supposedly the one that's on top of the charts. But anyway, apart from that, anything else you want to add? Do you reckon it influenced their decision, Ferrets? Probably would have had to, right? You think?
Pretty sure. Excuse me. I'm pretty sure that was a very huge part of it.
Yeah. So yeah, so at the end of the day, like I would say, look, yeah, I would say that it's probably influenced their decision to do this. So yeah, but look, I guess we'll never know. But it does make you also wonder too how much more money they spent and people just didn't put the ad tag in there. Like, I don't know, Fighting Cowboy really did seem to be sort of going to bat for Assassin's Creed. So it does make me wonder if he was paid as well, but I guess we'll never know. Anyway, anything else you want to add before we jump off? Where's my check?
I guess I should be like asking, when is the DLC coming?
Oh well, yeah. We'll talk about the merger in a bit, but yeah, like I say, there's a lot of other stuff to cover for Assassin's Creed. We're going to break it up. There's also the Assassin's Creed Japan. The Parliament of Japan is now asking Assassin's Creed to pull the game off the shelves because it's culturally insensitive. But we'll do that in another video. But guys, those are your thoughts are in that comment section below. The video's been helpful. Please smack that like button. If you're new, channel welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, what are your thoughts on people like us getting paid $76,000 to advertise Assassin's Creed. Do you reckon it changed his mind, or do you reckon he white knighted for it because of the check, or do you think he actually legitimately liked it? Let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below.